Hello, Genevieve. Namons here. I don't know if you know, but we gotta talk. We have to have a discussion about this because I've been trying to cope with it for the last week, and it's not. Let's just get into it. This is a story about the current state of 2020 post-election. The left just going absolutely crazy. They feel vindicated. They're dancing in the streets. They want to shout out loud that they've done it. And they're just taking this and running with it. And they're creating lists and they're talking about people who can't handle it. They're projecting. Let's just get into it here. Hold on. Uh, I'm just angry. So Zachary Levi gets roasted for out of touch election post. Read the room, Shazam. Yeah, we don't. He's reading the room. He sees a bunch of crazy people, and he can't deal with it anymore. So he's reaching out. He's speaking out. Here's the post. Today, half of us Americans are rejoicing, while the other half are gripped with fear. This is not 100% true. With a few exceptions, this is the cycle we've been stuck in since time immemorial. We cannot break this cycle merely by electing new leaders. We must care enough about the fears and concerns and hearts of those we fundamentally disagree with. Only then shall we be seen and heard and loved and free. Now, this is just him talking about how post-election, the press has declared Biden the winner. It has not been officially declared uh, by whoever counts these things. And the left's like, oh my God, the MAGAs, they're all crying now. They've been horrible for 4 years. Let's hunt them down and kill them. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. They're not actually saying that, but there have been posts about lists. Hey, we're just gonna make a list, and then once the legislation catches up to this list, then we're gonna go out and get these people. And don't feel free to confront them, not in a violent manner, just in an aggressive manner, because those are completely different things. Because nothing can lead to the other. Anyways, let's get back to this. The Mary Sue, completely out of touch. Just basically, they're gonna try to throw Zach under the bus here. And here they talk about how. Here, as the dust settles in the wake of Joe Biden's decisive victory, decisive. Okay, it's declared by the press. It's not even counted out correctly yet, but that's fine. Over Donald Trump, countless folks are wondering what the future will hold for our deeply divided nation. Will Biden be able to bridge the national rift? Will liberals be able to forgive Trump voters for electing a racist, sexist, narcissistic sociopath? And will pundits and politicians stop asking Democrats to reach across the aisle and compromise with Republicans, something the Republicans are never, ever asked to do? Now, here's where you've already gone off the rails. Because you're supposed to be the better, you're supposed to be the better group. You're supposed to be people that can turn the other cheek. If Obama's told you nothing, shown you nothing, is that it's better to be the better person than to just drop to the level, which is what the Mary Sue is doing with this article, talking about how, oh, we got to get back these people. These people made our lives a living hell for 4 years. The only living hell they created was the one you created in your mind. And if you want to take issue with how they want to vote, they've been doing that for hundreds of years. And if you can't handle it right now, then that's your own problem. I have no sympathy for people who can't handle the fact that now that MAG is on the other side, so to speak, that they can't be bothered to be the better person. Now, we don't want to be the better person because they were horrible to us. It's a whole thing about, oh my God, they beat us. We were whatever the word is, we were domestically abused for 4 years, and now we get to fight back. It's like, no, this is not the thing. This is not a thing. And he's going to talk about it, Zach is further down, about what really is going on here. But anyways, let's read more further down past the post here because we already read that part. And here's the Mary Sue coming in. Dude, read the room. Dems have spent the last 4 years in constant terror. Yeah, in terror. As Trump and his band of racist asshats strip away protections from people of color, LGBTQ+ people, women, Muslims, immigrants, disabled folks, and many more. He put kids in cages. No, Obama did that. And he tried to take away healthcare during a global pandemic. He ignored coronavirus, and now 250,000 Americans are dead. And all the while, his supporters are emboldened to commit acts of hatred and violence in his name. No, it's your side doing the peaceful protesting, which ends up turning into rioting with suspiciously convenient piles of bricks stocked up and ready to throw at buildings near where you're going to be attacking. So don't even, let's not even go there right now. Anyways, and here we go, even more here. Trump supporters have waged a constant war of anger and aggression from the F your feelings mantra to marching in Charlottesville saying Jews will not replace us. Not every Trump voter was trolling the streets with an AK-47, but those that didn't remain silent and complicit. Oh, here, silence is violence, guys. This is a whole other thing too on their side. If you're not speaking up and stopping this, then you're part of the problem. No, I just don't want to get involved in your drama. Do you know what your drama is? Your drama is toxic. Just like it's toxic from the other side when it's in the extreme, it's toxic from your side. Both sides are bad. Both sides have toxic undertones to their whole party, to the whole community. And it's just I'm done. I'm sick of seeing this on my fucking screen. I'm sick of seeing this on my feed. It's been a doom scroll since November 2nd for me, and I'm not even American. I'm a Canadian, and I'm watching this stuff go down. I'm watching people go back and forth. I'm watching the left being all, hey, we won, man. Sorry that you're all crying about it when no one's crying about it. And then going on about how we got to hunt these guys down. These people that elected this horrible person, they need to be taken care of. Let's make a list and hunt them down. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna put poacher/hunter in my freaking bio on Twitter. So those are my pronouns. I hunt and poach the left. I'm done. I'm 100% done. This kind of garbage, this kind of unbelievable stuff going on. I don't. Anyways, let's continue our little discussion here, because he's reacting to stuff on Twitter too. And now we're supposed to show compassion for the lock her up crowd? I don't think so. A follower tried to explain the nuances of the situation to Levi. Oh, we're educating Levi now. Let's educate him on what's going on. Okay. When we cried, we lost the 16th 2016 election. For us, it was because ACA might be dissolved and we'd die without care. The 45 stand crying is because their 401k might shrink. Wolves might be saved. And remain legal for two boys to kiss. It's not the same. Yeah, so these are all talking points. These are all strawmen put up by both sides. ACA was never going away fully. It was never going to be a situation where you're going to lose your health care. It never got pushed through. Like it's not even, it never happened. It literally got talked about. It never happened. He didn't have anything to replace it with. It was never going to happen. People are insane. All right, so here's Levi's reply. Zach's reply here says, with all due respect, I disagree. To minimize and trivialize all the conservative concerns to these trite examples shows a great lack of explored empathy, in my humble opinion. Don't just buy the headline or clickbait or funny meme. Dig deeper. You'll find a human much like you. Yeah, and it's like, that's exactly what it is. Those people that are wearing those F their feelings shirts is because they don't care. They enjoy the ride. They enjoy the alternative, because what they've been shown from the other side is just not right for them. That's all it is. And you're going to have people that are going to take that to extremes, like the Mary Sue on the left, and you just have to deal with it. You just have to make it clear to the rest of that side that this is not acceptable from your side. You got to do better. You got to make sure that they do better, or you got to separate yourself from them. Not everyone on the right is the alt-right. Not everyone left is the extreme alt-left. Everybody has different degrees to which they hate or dislike or like or love something about America, about the political system, about the things that happen. Like, I know, like, just Jeremy Griggs on YouTube, who does Geeks and Gamers. He has his own personal channel he specifically uses just to weaponize the right and their positions against the left, because he sees it happening with the left every single day. And so he feels the only way he can cope with that, the only way he can deal with that and make his voice heard, is to weaponize that hate and turn it into clicks, turn it into money for his channel. And I'm sure he's enjoying every minute of it, because he loves the spectacle. He loves it. So this is how things are. They know that Trump can be a complete idiot. They know he's not a good person, but they enjoy the spectacle. They enjoy what he stands for as a politician, even if it's stuff that maybe they disagree with in some respects and then agree with in others. But they know that if they were to go with someone on the left, they would not find anything that represented them or that was good for them as far as any kind of I guess, issues that they wanted to have represented in the legislature. So, anyways, so this is why we have the left and the right, everybody. Just because someone loses doesn't mean they sit there and cry like a baby for 4 years. That's just you. You're projecting again. Stop it. All right. So, and then this continues because he has another one that another comment here. It of course begs mention that Levi is a rich white guy. Yes, he is. So he hasn't experienced any of the fallout the rest of us from the last 4 years. But dude, listen when people are talking. While Levi assures follows, he has no fan or supporter of Trump. He fails to call it Trumpism for the moral cancer that is. Why does he have to do that? He's not talking about. He literally talks about. He talks about his. Look at this. I'm no fan of supporter of Trump. I find his behavior to be vulgar, callous, narcissistic, and lacking empathy. How is that saying he's not moral cancer? How is that saying he's not moral cancer? He's literally calling him out for it. So here we go. Here's what he's replying to. I don't think backing 45 is something a real conservative would do, however, and his loss should be viewed as a step in the right direction for them. His administration demonstrated a lack of moral integrity, and his fiscal policy was far from conservative. And then he replies, well, I'm not a conservative. I know many who backed 45 not because they liked him, but because he was the only candidate they felt cared about their needs. And that's what happened in 16. Hillary Clinton ignored the swing states for no reason, or didn't push hard enough in them, and she lost every single one. And that's why she lost that election. And he cared enough to go to those places and say, I'm going to represent you, even if it turned out he wouldn't properly do so. Even if he found out later on that he was this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, he's not disputing it at all that he's a bad person. For Christ's sake, Twitter. He's not saying anything about that. He's literally calling out his bad behavior. So you got to stop. You got to actually Mary Sue has to listen because they're not reading what he's saying. They're just ignoring the fact. I'm no fan. I'm not conservative. But he's not calling out Trump's horrible behavior. Yeah, he is. He's calling him all kinds of names: vulgar, callous, narcissistic, lacking empathy. He's laying it out there. He's doing what he has to do. Oh, here we go. This is the very ending, which really got me because. Just because mega folks are sad, they're not, by the way. They're just disappointed. There's a difference. There's a fucking difference. And you're a fucking idiot for not understanding that. Doesn't mean we have to be their shoulder to cry on. Don't ask abused people to comfort their abusers. Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about. Historians have a word for hermits who joined the Nazi Party not because they hated Jews, but out of a hope for restored patriotism or a sense of economic anxiety or a hope to preserve their religious values or dislike of their opponents, or raw political opportunism, or convenience, or ignorance, or greed. That word is Nazi. No one cares about their motives anymore. Yet they have to stop. You've forgotten what the word means. You have literally forgotten what it means, and you stop calling the right Nazis. Stop it. You're just demonizing them. It's all rhetoric. It's all hyperbole. You don't actually care about what you're saying about them. You just want them to feel hurt. You want to hurt them because you've been crying and living in terror these 4 years. And he's clearly left. He's clearly left. Here he talks about how the other half of us are gripped with fear. There's no fear behind any of this. The only fear that's behind this is the fear that the left will get so out of hand they'll be untenable. They'll be unrelatable, and they'll never be able to deal with them. They'll just keep getting more and more out of control, just like how for the last 4 years in entertainment, they've been asking for more and more representation, and it's never enough. It's never enough. Even in Watch Dogs: The Legion, there's all these things. Someone who is queer wrote an article for Kotaku about the fact that, hey, queer's there, but it's just a buzzword. What is the word he used? He said it was just flash text or flavor text. It's not actually a thing that's in the game. Like a game that's a third person shooter is supposed to be full of representation and sexual orientation, and it's just flavor text. It's always been flavor text. Even the heterosexual commentary on all these characters have been flavor text. That's the point. That's the fucking point. You don't get the point, you don't understand, you don't get to sit around and fucking complain. All right, so that's everything for Zach today. That's all they really talked about on the Mary Sue. Just basically told him to read the room and they're Nazis. We're not going to be nice to them. You know, it's good to know that now that you're in control, that you no longer wish to be the better person. That you just wish to be the petty, disgusting, unbelievably narcissistic person in the room. I don't like the right. I'm a centrist. I don't like how they behave half the time, but I watch a lot of their stuff. I get absorbed in a lot of their stuff because I want to know both sides. That's why I'm centrist, and that's why when I look at this, I look at the left with a chance to do better, a chance to be better. They refuse. The Mary Sue puts out something like this, where they quote unquote talk about how Zachary's roasted for his opinions. They're just basically talking with him. They're trying to educate him, which is a left thing. We're going to educate you about what you're talking about. You're not actually talking correctly. You're not understanding. We have to educate you about what's exactly going on so you can be a better person. Put pronouns in your bios. You're a disgusting person. Why aren't you? Why aren't you like the best better person? Like, it's so needlessly aggressive. And I know part of this is just me unloading from what happens on Twitter every day, and maybe I've hit a leverage or maybe I've hit what's the word I'm looking for now? I've hit a breaking point with Twitter and all the doom scroll and everything that's been going on, and seeing an article like this talked about today about how the Mary Sue wants nothing to do with Zachary Levi because he's not being a horrible, just devastatingly disgusting person to Trump and his followers. I'm sorry. Maybe he's better than you. Maybe he's better than 99% of the people that are watching this and reading this right now. I don't fucking know. But all I know right now is that I'm done. We're done with this. This might be my last video. I'm just putting this up tonight so I can actually get this off my chest. And we'll see if I'm feeling better about this, about reporting on entertainment and pop culture news again. Because I've been sitting on this whole frustration for, like I said, since the second. I've not been able to properly put my words to my voice, whatever, regarding any of this. And this is getting long, I know, but I don't care because this is just going to be me saying I'm done. If I see any kind of article like this where it's the left coming at the right or the right coming left, I'm just not going to report about it. I'm not going to make a video about it. I'm going to talk about things that are happening that are just, oh my god, I can't believe that video game company did that. I can't believe that this game is doing so poorly. I can't believe that they're making this comic book again when they know it's no good. You know, things like that. Things that actually make sense. Things that are actually people not being woke or being, you know, stubborn. Just people that are being stupid. Because that's more entertaining, that's more healthy than this fucking crap. Alright? So, now I've got that off my chest, I'm just going to end the video and say, if you want to watch more of this, I got lots of videos to check out. I might be making more, I don't know yet. It's going to be a whole wait and see thing for me, but I hope that you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye for now.